It's the guy G Holy from gholy.com. Revisiting Canibus Can I Bust debut album. Canibus Can I Bust received a 6.8 rating from gholy.com, and this is why. Before we get into that, let's get into some backstory. On September 8th, 1998, Canibus, born Germaine Williams, released the debut album Can I Bust through Universal Music Group. There's so much story in this story that we won't go into the story. Not deep anyway. Here's the gist. Canibus was a phenom. Canibus was a rapper that you heard one time and you determined he was possibly the best rapper on earth. As far as hype through early projections, he built a high school LeBron James-like presence. It seemed like the world was waiting to see if the Bronx Emcee would live up to his potential. He bodied a string of freestyles in 98 and the preceding year. Most notably, 97 Mentality Freestyle, which at the time was more impactful than the original song by Capadonna from his debut album, The Pillage. On it, the Canibus man started by saying, "I speak in frequencies dogs that have trouble hearing. Canibus is the lyrical version of German engineering," and goes on to spit the now infamous "I battle you" stanza. Another DJ Clue track, Fantastic Four, featured Canibus on the last verse, properly outdoing great verses by his contemporaries Cameron, Big Pun, and Nori. The now classic A+ Beast from the East, also featuring Mr. Cheeks and Redman, saw a similar showing and yet another memorable stanza. Canibus, DMX, and Nori with Tear Funkmaster Flex New York radio showdown for 40 minutes going verse for verse. He also featured on the Music Makes Me High remix by Lost Boys and what was supposed to be another big single, LL Cool J's 4321. On the original verse, Canibus goes on to say, "Yo, LL, is that a mic on your arm? Let me borrow that." LL takes offense and tells him to rewrite his verse, also leaving Canibus off the music video version. He appears on the video remix along with Master P, but their clips are cut into the original separate from LL, DMX, Method Man, and Redman, who are also featured on the track. This led to the Canibus Sativa dissing LL Cool J on his first single, Second Round Knockout. And here we go, it's album time. The Fugees, Wyclef Jean had a hand in most of the album's production, with frequent collaborator Jerry Wonder. It should be noted that production and content were the main criticisms of the album at the time. Heads in the street felt it was too preachy and knowledgey. That and a more radio-ready sound than with pop, more than a radio-ready sound with pop rap hooks, more than you'd expect from one of the hardest rappers in the game at the time. Canibus LP only had 3 features, starting with the uncredited Free, yes, Free from 106 & Park, MB2, and Panama PI. Without further ado, let's revisit the Canibus Can I Bust. Intro, overall 7. Canibus downloads files from some federal somewhere and leaves before they come to catch him. 2. Patriots, featuring Free. Beat, 7.5. Lyrics, 8. Hook, 6.5. Overall, 7.3. Canibus and Free go in addressing themselves as soldiers. Quote, "I can kill anything if it bleeds or breathes." Cool start off, reminds me of the way Raekwon started off, only built for Cuban links. Track number 3. Get Retarded. Beat, 8. Lyrics, 8. Hook, 10. Overall, 8.6. Quote, "All I really want is for niggas to stop biting. All I really want is for niggas to start writing." This was hot before the album even came out. Fire. Track 4, Niggonometry. Beat, 7. Lyrics, 8.5. Hook, 4.5. Overall, 6.6. The game he's giving out on this, just on a practical level, is ridiculous. Giving out lessons, posing questions exactly like a teacher would. The lyrics could easily have fit on a Tribe cut off a Low End Theory. The FUCKLL at the end was a nice touch, especially because next, track number 5, second round knockout, beat 7, lyric 7.5, hook 7, overall 7.2. Funny that people thought the album didn't live up to the quality of second round knockout. In retrospect, on the technical side of lyricism, it's not what we may have thought it was. It was also long and drawn out. The second half of the last verse was epic though. Track 6, What's Going On? Beat 5.5. Lyrics 8. Hook 7.5. Overall 7. Looking back, I can see how Canibus was a buzzkill. This whole song is about stopping the violence, specifically at hip-hop shows. At one point claiming the government wants the shootings at shows to help their agenda of shutting down rap as a whole. Yeah. Track number 7, I Honor You, featuring MB2. Beat 7, lyrics 10, hook 10. Overall 9. Shame this was never official single. Wait, I believe this did have a visual. I couldn't find it on the internet, but I believe I've seen it. Maybe it was a fan made. Anyways, this nigga made a song about being conceived and born. 3 verses of this shit. Crazy. Lupe Fiasco had to have heard this song. He's remade it 82 times. Track number 8, Hypnitis. Beat 6.5. Lyrics 9. Hook 7. Overall 7.5. An updated, less everything version of Biz Markie's The Vapors. Even has 4 verses, 8 bars nonetheless, but hey, that hook is hypnotic, by the way. Track number 9, How We Roll, featuring Panama P.I. Beat 8.5, lyrics 8, hook 7, overall 7.9. Oh shit, a dope beat. Track number 10, Channel Zero. Beat 7, lyrics 9.5, hook 6, overall 7.5. This song has an original version with 3 other verses. Word is the label made him change it. He even goes deeper in that version. Scary. This was 98. He was knowledgeable. Don't fall into the grand deception. Also, this nigga hasn't done a hook yet. Come on, Canibus. Let's Ride. Track number 11. Beat 4.5. Lyrics 8. Hook 3.5. Overall 5.4. Easily the weakest track on the album. I don't know what was going on here. Canibus finally appears on the hook saying 2 words twice. Old school, old school. Now, not what this album needed coming down the stretch. Track number 12. Buckingham Palace. Beat 4.5. Lyrics 8. Hook 6. Overall 6.2. When I say can I, you say bust. He did it. Hook. Buckingham Palace is like a freestyle with a break in between. Finally, track number 13. Rip Rock. Beat 3.5. Lyrics 7. Hook 4.5. Overall 5. Alright, nigga, stop doing hooks. We see why you don't. Why? What possessed these people to end the album with a weak rap/rock fusion? All these niggas cared about was the Fugees album. I'm convinced. This is why you need executive producers and ARs and A&Rs and friends. Or friends. What the fuck? Summary. If this album stops at track 10, it changes everything. Initially, I felt the album may have been slept on a bit. Maybe it was graded according to how we felt he should be. Maybe those beats weren't that whack. Maybe the songwriting wasn't lacking as much as we thought. Nah, nope, nuh-uh. It got what it deserved. We could have treated Canibus himself better, though. The rhymes weren't his mixtape level, but he held it down mostly. Later on 2000 BC, Canibus' second album, he would blame Wyclef for the atrocity. It has to be said, The fall of Canibus after Can I Bust catapulted the rapper to grow a cult fan base on the internet. He's arguably the first internet rapper, a childhood introvert turned superstar rapper turned introverted superstar internet rapper. Can I Bust? Yes. This has been a review on gholy.com by the guy G Holy on the Canibus Can I Bust debut album. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, do everything y'all need to do, because we dropping more of these. We doing a retrospect shit. Let me know anything you want to have done on the channel, and we doing it. Gholy for gholy.com. 3 times. We out of here.